Welcome to your daily practice. You won't need any props for your sequence today. However, if they are part of your practice, go ahead and grab them and bring them to your mat. I do recommend a pillow for today's sequence. We will be working on our knees, so it'll protect you and help you get into your pose a little stronger. So join me on your mat today. Let's make our way down into child's pose. Take your time. Bringing your feet together, knees wide. Gently bringing your heart down to the mat. Extending your arms towards the top of your mat. We'll land here. Connecting to your breath. Letting anything that's come up to this point fall away. Being curious with your practice today. And taking your time. Allowing your muscles to relax. Take a nice big inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Let it go. Falling a little closer into your mat. Inhale through the nose, fill up. Exhale through the mouth. Let it go. Landing here. Go ahead and tense your fingers at the top of your mat. And walk them over to the right side of your mat, looking for a nice long stretch through the left side of the body. Land here. We'll take a few cycles of breath. Changing your positioning, picking things up. Everything at this moment is passive, nothing strenuous. On your inhale, tense your fingers, walk over to the center of the mat, exhale, inhale, and on your exhale, walking over to the left side of the mat. Land here, looking for a nice stretch on the right side of the body. Make any adjustments you need to find the pose that feels right in your body today. On your inhale, tense your fingers, exhale, come back to the center of your mat. Go ahead and walk your hands towards your knees, come up onto your knees into hero's pose. We'll land here for a moment. Take a wiggle. Place your hands back to the mat into table pose. Shoulders over wrists, knees under hips. We'll take a couple cat-cows here. So on your inhale, bringing your navel to your mat, heart forward. Take your time getting there. And then on your exhale into cat. Inhale, cow. Hips high, exhale, cat, rounding your spine towards the ceiling, pushing through your palms. Inhale, cow. Take your time, nice and slow, there's no rush. Exhale, cat. Rounding the spine. Inhale, cow. On your next exhale, come to cat, hold it at the top. Take a breath here and release to a neutral spine. Inhale, reach your right hand towards the right side of the room. On your exhale, thread the needle, bringing your right shoulder down to the mat, hand to the left side of the room. Hips are still high, doing your best to keep knees in line with one another. Your left hand is acting like a kickstand here. We're not pushing too hard through the left hand, we're allowing the posture to land. Take a few breaths here. Being curious what's showing up. What does this shape look like in real life? I always think it feels like you're looking under the stove, like drop a lid. When you're ready, push through your left hand, lift your shoulder off the mat, come back to a neutral spine in your tabletop position. Take any wiggles here that you might need. Inhale, left hand reach to the left side of the room. Exhale, thread the needle. Your left hand comes between your right hand and knee. Land on your left shoulder. Doing your best to keep your knees in line with one another. Not gripping into this posture. Find the shape that's comfortable for you. Stay for the breath. Active. Go ahead and push through your left hand, lift your shoulder off the mat, come back to tabletop position in a neutral spine. On your next inhale, tuck your toes, lift your knees, hold into bear pose. Bear pose is strong. Pushing through the palms of your hands, keep breathing. Everything will be warming up. And when you're ready, push back and find your down dog. Hips high. You may have to walk your hands a little forward. Bringing your forearms on either side of your head. Gaze is soft through the heels, or maybe you're looking up at the navel. Your down dog, your knees can be bent, heels can be lifted off the mat. Find what feels right in your body. And breathe. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, bring your knee to your forearm. Hold. Inhale, reach your left leg high. Exhale, knee to forearm. Hold. Inhale, high. Exhale, knee to forearm and hold. Step your right foot back into down dog. On your next inhale, left leg high, exhale, knee to left forearm, hold. Inhale, leg high, exhale, knee to forearm and hold. Exhale. Inhale, left leg high, exhale, knee to forearm and hold. And step back into your down dog. Being curious in your down dog, what shows up, what do you need? Inhale, right leg high, low lunge, knee to chest, step through. Bring your left knee down. In your low lunge, your knee can be, and your hands can be on either side of your foot. Knee can be down. Go ahead and walk your hands up your leg into crescent moon. Crescent moon, we're going to inhale, raise our hands above our head and hold for the breath. On your inhale, heart forward. On your exhale, navel to spine. Building strength. If at any point your knee is getting spicy, this is where you may want your pillow or your blanket. One more breath here. On your next inhale, reach high. Exhale, hands back to your mat. Step your right foot back, high plank, push back into down dog. Pedal it out. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge left side. Step through. Bring your right knee down. Take your time getting into your lunges. You always want to set yourself up, finding strength in your pose. So your low lunge right now, hands are pressing into the mat. Stay here. If this is everything you need in this moment, take it. If you want to try crescent moon, walk your hands nice and slow to your knee. And then on your inhale, raise your hands. Exhale, hold the navel in. Inhale, reach high. Exhale. Maybe you can do a bit of a back bend. Take what you need. Finding strength. If this is too much on your shoulders, you can always take a hands to heart center. Remember, this is your practice. Inhale, raise your hands high. Exhale, hands to mat. Step your left foot back. High plank, push back into down dog. Letting anything show up, and letting it fall away. On your next inhale, right leg high. Exhale, high lunge, knee to chest, step through. Set yourself up in your high lunge so your left foot is still high. You can bring it in if that's what you need. You can always take a wider stance. However you get to your high lunge is up to you. You can push up and rise up. You can walk your hands up your leg. Take your time getting here. It's a very powerful posture. Embrace the wiggles and wobbles. Your hands can always come down to the mat. Stay for the breath. Take your time. On your next inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to mat. Keep them on the mat. You're going to walk your hands to the left side of your room. Pivot your feet into a wide leg forward fold. So right now you'll be looking at my butt on camera, and you could take a pigeon toe with your feet, pushing out with your feet, folding towards your forearms, hips high. Stay for the breath. Folds are always calming. Take your time. You want a little bit more of a stretch, you can reach towards the back room with your hands. Take what you need. Come back to a neutral spine, so walking your hands underneath your shoulders. Now we're going to walk our hands to the top of the mat, pivot your feet, come back to your high lunge, step back, push back into down dog. Good job. Ooh, pedal out your down dog. All right, next side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, high lunge, left side, step through. Remember, take your time, set your lunge up, however you get there. So I'll show you walking up. Just gently walk my hands up. I'm not pushing on my leg. I'm just finding my balance along the way, building confidence. Hands can come to heart center while you're in your high lunge. Embrace the wiggles or adjust. So you can bring your back foot forward a little bit if that's helpful. Hands overhead if you're building strength today. Remember, when you fill up, inhale, lift up, exhale, keep the core tight. Breath enabled spine. Takes practice, takes patience. You'll get there. Finding sweetness in the pose. On your next inhale, reach up, exhale, hands to mat, hold your high lunge. Walk your hands to the right side, pivot your feet to the right side of your mat, long side. You can pigeon toe your feet in again. You're pushing outwards, so you should feel the mat crinkle out here. Bend the knees if you need. Wide leg forward fold. Stay for the breath. Remember, you can position your hands however feels right in your body. Take what you want today. Bring your hands back under your shoulders. Come to a neutral spine. Walk your hands back to the top of the mat, pivot your feet forward, step back, push back into down dog. Walk your down dog out. So now we're going to try something different with revolve down dog. So what you do is lean into or put your weight into your right hand, lifting your left palm off the mat, and see if you can reach the right outer side of your back foot. Hold, stay for the breath. Brace the wiggles. Take what you need. If your hand has to hold you in the center here, it's okay too. Release your hand, come back to down dog. Other side. Shifting your weight into your left palm. Release your right hand off the mat. See if you can reach the outside of your left foot. Stay for the breath. Remember, you can place your hand in the middle. Come back to down dog. Pedal it out. Bring your knees to the mat. Back into tabletop position. Shoulders over wrists, knees under hips. We're going to take bird dog. Very similar to what we just did, shifting weight. We're going to shift our weight into our right palm. Extend your left hand forward. Now holding your weight through the right hand, extend your right leg to the back of the room. Keep your foot flexed, like you're pushing your heel into the back wall. Stay for the breath, gaze is soft. Embrace any wiggles that show up. Bring your palm back to the mat. Bring your knee back down to the mat. Take what you need. Left side. Bring the weight into your left palm. Extend your right hand out. Extend your left leg out. Flex the foot. You're pushing your heel into the back wall. Stay for the breath. Gaze is soft. Bring your palm back down to the mat. Bring your knee back down to the mat. From your table, tuck your toes. Lift your knees, push back into down dog. Walk your hands forward. Now slowly walk your feet towards your hands into a forward fold. Hang out for a moment here. Take a breath. Inhale, half lift. Heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Don't mind me. Mic cord is getting away. Shoulders away from your ears. Feet hip distance apart. As we prepare for Sun Salutation B. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair pose, hips back, heart forward. Stay for the breath. Finding strength, finding heat in this pose. Remember, your hand position can be at heart center if that's better for you today. If you want to build strength in your shoulders, reach towards the sun. On your next inhale, reach high. Exhale, hands to mat, forward fold. Stay for the breath. Step back, high plank. Inhale at the top. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog or low cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your knees, push back into down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, warrior one. Step between your hands. Back foot at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, push up, reach your hands high. Adjust your stance. Very similar to what we did with crescent moon earlier, just a standing version. Back leg on and strong. Try to keep your forearms away from your ears. Stay for the breath. On your next inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to mat. Step back, high plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, high to low, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or low cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, push back into down dog. Warrior one left side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to chest, step through. Back foot 45-degree angle. Push up. Warrior one position. Remember, you can adjust your stance, whatever feels right in your body today. Keep that glute engaged. Back leg on and strong. Core is on, strong. You're taking what you need today. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to mat. Step back, high plank. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale, low. Inhale, up dog or low cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your knees, push back into down dog. Take your time getting here. Walk your feet nice and slow to your hands. Come to forward fold. Uttanasana, take your time. Stay for the breath. Inhale, half lift, heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up to Tadasana. Feet hip distance apart. Shoulders away from your ears, palms face forward. Inhale, reach your hands high. Exhale, chair. Come back into that first chair that we did. It's a good time to get curious with your chair compared to the first one. Close off our Sun V. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Step back. Inhale, high to low plank. Come all the way down to your tummy. As we prepare for locust pose. Tops of your feet pressed into your mat. Pubic bone rooting into your mat. Hands downside the body. Fingers pointing towards the back of the room. The idea is the full front of your body is into your mat at this moment. As we inhale, we're going to peel our heart off of the mat. There's no goal, there's no height, just what feels right in your body. Let's take our time. Inhale, exhale, release. Now on our inhale, we'll lift. Inhale, rise, heart off of the mat. Exhale, gently come back down to our mat. We want a bit more of a challenge on our next inhale. Raise your heart, lift your hands, stretch them towards the back of the room. Exhale, release your locus, nice and slow. How's that feel in your body? Now one more time. Maybe this time you want to lift your feet. Inhale, raise your heart, lift your hands, lift your feet. Stay at the top for the breath. Can you hold it a little longer? And then exhale, release. Let it go. Bring the soles of your feet to the ceiling. You can do a windshield wiper motion with your feet, releasing anything that maybe got a little spicy. Bring your feet gently back down to the mat. Bring your hands beside your chest. Push back into child's pose. However you get there, take your time. Knees wide. Sit bones towards your heels. Bring your face down to the mat. And let go of everything we just did. Tense your fingers and walk your hands towards your knees. Come back into hero pose. Very similar to how we started our practice. Tall spine. Now let's make our way to Dandasana, tall seat. So swinging your feet to the front of your mat, rooting your sit bones into your mat. Sometimes you have to lift them up, get them engaged, flexing your feet. Forward fold, inhale, raise your hands high, exhale, folding nice and slow, heart towards your feet. You should be feeling a nice stretch through your hamstrings. Stay here. Your hand position can be down beside your ankles. Take what you need. Stay for the breath. Sometimes imagine there's a string on my tailbone pulling my sit bones to the back of my mat. My heart wants to come forward. That's where I find the fold. Gently come back up into a tall seat. Wiggle out anything that's maybe shown up. Plant your soles into the soles of your feet into your mat. Bring your sit bones to the center. Come down to your back as we thread the needle. Bring your right ankle to your left knee. Now bring your left shin parallel to the mat. Interlace your fingers behind your left knee. Placing your elbow in the crease of your knee. Now, nothing should feel forced here. I want you to imagine a square on your back. So build 4 corners on your back into the mat. Now as you breathe, you gently put a little intention and tension into that knee and elbow. Keeping your back nice and square and flat. Letting sensations show up. Now when you're ready, go ahead and release your fingers. Bring your left foot down to the mat. Now gently take your ankle off your knee. Release your right foot down to the mat. Do a couple windshield wipers with your knees. Take your time. Now bring your left ankle onto your right knee. Lift your right shin in line with the mat. Interlace your fingers behind your right knee. Now you're finding again that nice square on your back. All 4 corners are melting into the mat. Your left elbow and your left knee are connected at the crease. Stay for the breath. Again, letting sensations show up. Go ahead and release your hands, bringing your right foot down to the mat. Release your left ankle off your right knee. Windshield wiper your knees. Let things go nice and slow. Take your time. Extend your left leg long. Bring your right knee into your chest. Take your left palm onto the outside of your right knee. And supine twist. Take your knee over to the left side of the room. Gaze towards the right side of the room. Take the breath. Bring your knee back to center. Extend your right leg long. Bring your left knee up to your chest. Take your right palm on the outside of your left knee. Bring your knee over to the right side of the room. Take your time. Gazes over to the left side of the room. Bring your knee back to center. Bring both your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze. Bring your soles down to your mat. We'll prepare for bridge. The heels are in line with the crease on your knees. Finding a comfortable position. Again, all four corners of your back are magnetized into the mat. Take the palms of your hands into the mat. Inhale, and then on your exhale, lifting your hips off the mat nice and high to the ceiling, pushing through the soles of your feet, keeping your knees nice and straight. Inhale at the top, and on your exhale, nice and slow, bringing your spine down, vertebrae by vertebrae. We'll do this a couple more times. Take an inhale. Exhale, pushing through your feet, bringing your hips nice and high. Staying at the top. Inhale at the top. Exhale. Nice and slow. Release down back to the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, push all the way up to the ceiling. Engage the glutes. Take an inhale. Exhale all the way down, nice and slow. Windshield wiper the knees, let it go. From here we'll take happy baby, bringing your hands onto your feet, knees into your armpits, guiding your lower back down to the mat. Stay for the breath. You can take a gentle rock from side to side. From here we'll release into Shavasana, letting your feet fall maybe a little wider than the mat. Palms of your hands face the ceiling, allowing your back of your body to soften into the mat. And take a moment here and do a body scan. Take a moment to start with our toes. We'll make our way from our toes to our ankles, to our knees, to our hips. Bring our awareness to our tummy, to our chest, to the heart. Bringing awareness to your shoulders, letting them go, to your elbows, to your wrists, to your fingers. Taking a moment, finding stillness in your mind, Let go. Starting to bring a little bit of awareness back to the body with your toes, giving them a wiggle, fingertips, giving them a wiggle, rocking your head from side to side. Taking your time, raising your right hand above the body, rolling over to the right side of the room, just landing here for a moment. When you're ready, pushing into your top hand, make your way to a tall seat in the center of your mat. Spine nice and tall, hands at heart center. Taking this moment here to seal your practice with gratitude for taking time for yourself, for your practice. Grateful. Hopefully you can take some of the energy that you cultivated today into the remainder of your day and into your future practice. Thank you.